But that was the My husband used to ejaculate prematurely until this. Okay, so my husband has this fun habit of ejaculating prematurely every time he has sex. I keep telling him it doesn't matter to me if he needs a pill for it, but he was always too embarrassed until this. Sector-X plus Comics Control Leggings is a compounded medication that revolutionized our sex life. It combines active ingredients for erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation, for stronger erections and longer lasting sex all in one. So he's ready to go whenever. My hubby is ejaculating so fast, and when he gets so anxious about it, it starts. Fastest prediction ever.
From the home of the Pirates, we're at beautiful PNC Park. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the St. Louis Cardinals going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocked. Today's starting pitcher, number 52. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Trent Grisham, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Foul ball there. And he swings through that one. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. One out. Brendan Donovan next up for the Cardinals.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Out to short. Quick start here this evening. 2 out, top of the first. 2 down, base is empty. In steps Adolis Garcia, also known as El Bombi. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Oh, 1 down. Long run. Not there in time. It falls in the gap. The relay, not going to get him. He's in there.
He was all over that one. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout. And
now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Gone and to the deepest part of the park. A 2-run shot. The Cardinals score first. It's 2-0. Drilled out towards left center field. That's back there. Out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. So 2 down. Now batting Joe Adell. Hammered down the right side, but foul. This ball's chopped on the ground to first, and that ends the inning. Back here at PNC Park. And now here's the starter for St. Louis, Tyler Glasnow. How about a report on him, Chris? Here's the left fielder.
Number 21.
Curve in the dirt. No question about this one. It's out of here. He nails one out to right. And they cut into the deficit. It's 3-1. Number 29 stands in now and watches strike one. Next pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
the real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down. Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
And ring him up, says Patrick Johnson. That's a strikeout. Here's Bryce Harper. To the right side. What a stop. And they get the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Now the third baseman.
Number 10.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. And that one is off the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
And now here is number 20. Man on second, 2 down. That's too low. And now it's even 1-1.
Not really attacking on the mound in this at bat. All breaking balls, so that makes me think they're not really wanting to challenge him here.
Sneaks through, base hit, and it gets by him. In comes the run from second.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Turned on it nicely, definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
Man at second. In the dirt. The 1-1. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. And now it's 1-2. Line drive. Base hit into the outfield. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores to tie it up. It's an RBI single. It's 3-all.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up.
That is the inning. Cannonball coming. We're tied now with 3 apiece. Back here in Pittsburgh, second inning set to go. Number 11 getting ready to hit. Fouled off left side. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff at the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Out of here. A solo shot. And they jump ahead in the second. It's 4-3. Drew Romo in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Hard liner. And that's got extra bases written all over it. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Gleyber Torres up to the plate. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. Romo glides around third. Stuck in a rundown trying for home now. But now he hits the brakes and hustles back to third. Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Trent Grisham, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. Harper. 2 away now.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Donovan in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. Late with the swing there.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. 2 outs and a runner at third. Here at the top of the second. Hauls it in to end the inning. Back here at PNC Park, bottom of the second. Number 2 now at the plate.
Ball one.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Ripped to right. 1 up, 1 down. So digging in, Colson Montgomery. Big time power. In the air, left side. He's got it. And a couple of quick outs. Now the left fielder.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Glass now back to work, the 0-1. Oh, look at the stop. To first. It's there, and that's a great play. Top half of the third inning, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Adolis Garcia. That one fouled off. The 0-1. This one in the air, center field. And there's one down. Now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter. He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer his first time up. Settles underneath it. 2 down. So now here's the Cardinals' designated hitter. Gets him to chase after that one.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's got a chance. Out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack one on the board. It's 5-3. Here's Joe Adell. Swing and a high fly ball hitting the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Out of here. They go back to back and they add to their lead. It's 6-3. So 2 down. Here's the third baseman. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile, and it's 1-1.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. They've hit another, his second homer of the night, and they add to the lead. It's 7-3. Drew Romo will hit next. Doubled in his first AB.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
Fought off foul. And that is that. Set for the bottom of the third. Stepping in, number 29.
Fielder, number 29.
That's a ball.
And there's a foul ball. That one misses. Ball 2. Line drive, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Harper.
Harper takes low, second trip to the plate in this one.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
This one smoked on its way out of here. He crushes that one to center field. And they're chipping away. It's 7-5. Next, it's the Pirates cleanup hitter. This one ripped, but foul to the right.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
The 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 0-2. On the ground. The throw to first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Here's the center fielder. Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. It's their second home run of the inning, and they cut into the deficit. And next is the designated hitter. Already 3 runs across in the frame here in the last half of the third. That one ripped right center field, and that should be extra bases. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Man at second. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. And it is out of here. Their third home run of the inning. And it gives them the lead in the third. It's 8-7. Now it's the shortstop. 0 for 1 so far. Orion Kerkering gets the call from the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
In the air, left field. And that'll fall for a base hit. And that's a 1-out single.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. High fastball, even a little above the zone, but such a good job of staying tall on the backside, getting that barrel there to meet it just in time. I tell you what, it's not easy to do.
Oh, great stop. Nicely done for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, number 21.
Here's the left fielder. He's already homered here in this one.
Ball.
And that one wrapped foul.
That's ball 2.
Laser to the gap should score the run. Coming home. And they lead by 2. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Little trouble with this one behind the plate. On the ground, right side. Slings to first. Ends the inning after they racked up. Back here in Pittsburgh. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Gleyber Torres. Foul ball there. Puts it away for the out. Back to the top of the lineup, Trent Grisham. Next up for the Cardinals. And there's two away. So up next, Brendan Donovan.
Shortstop, Brendan Donovan.
Brings it in for the third out. Bottom four, so Harper stands in.
You know, these Pirates putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They were obviously able to run the starter out of the game in the third, so they've set the table for a win, and now I'm sure they're...
That one ripped right center field, and it one hops the wall. And it's a leadoff double to start the bottom of the fourth.
Now batting.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now the third baseman. 1 for 2. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over.
Now pitching for
So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Griffin Jacks.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Check swing, and he went. No balls, 2 strikes.
Ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And there's a ball.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but.
Base hit. Adele quickly gets it back in. Lead runner puts the brakes on, so now it's runners at first and third. So runners at the corners, nobody out. And now the center fielder in the air to left center. Adele in position. He's got it. Runner tags for home. He's in on the sacrifice fly. And they take a 3-run lead. Next is the designated hitter. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle and a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
And that drops in for a strike.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
And now 1 and 2.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come.
Oh, that ball finds its way into the outfield. A base hit. Grisham gets it back in quickly. Stop sign goes up at third, and the bases are loaded. So bases loaded with 1 away. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Swing and a ball lifted left field. That's out number 2. So digging in, Colson Montgomery. Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. No swing. Just held it back there. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count. Bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here. Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
And that will end the inning. Back here at PNC Park, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Adolis Garcia. tied him up inside with that one.
You know, these Cardinals doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out one time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. That one's got a chance. And that one is off the top of the wall. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Yeah, the batter now, number 13. Fouled off left side. And there's one away. So now with one away and a man at second. Here's the Cardinal DH.
That's a ball.
Man at second.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
In the dirt, blocked. Yeah, that's fouled off. One out and a runner at second, and we're at the top of the fifth. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Payoff pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
Adell at the plate now, and that's strike one. This one in the air center field. Should have this one. And there are 2 outs. Here's the third baseman. He's got some power, no doubt.
Number 11.
And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Two on, 2 outs. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Tosses across to first. That's the inning. We head to the bottom of the fifth, and now the Pirates leadoff man, number 21.
Number 21.
You know, these Pirates doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Double-digit hits, and they've done a great job of avoiding the strikeout. Only one of them so far, which tells you a lot.
Got him. One away. Now it's the switch-hitting outfielder. 1 for 3. Check swing, but he went too far. 0-1. Foul ball.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
A dive. Nice stop. And very nicely done for the out.
next for the Pirates, first baseman, Bryce Harper.
Here comes Bryce Harper. He's already homered in this game. Hammered down the right side, but foul. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And that one hammered way back there. It's got a chance. And that one hops the wall. It's a double. 3rd hit of the night for him. Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup hitter. Base hit. And they hold him at 3rd. 90 feet away with 2 out.
That's back-to-back singles for him. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Here's your 1. That's a base hit. Run scores.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
The 0-1. And that is out of play.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Missed with a changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's ripped into the outfield. Reaching for it and brings it in. All set for the top of the 6th. And now the Cardinals catcher, Drew Romo. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. That one not close. Ball 1. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's a base hit. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull into second safely. Runner in scoring position. No outs. Gleyber Torres getting ready to hit. Swing and a high fly ball. Well struck. Carrying well. And gone. A soaring shot to center. Ryan Walker taking over on the mound.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Grisham stands in now, looks at that one inside. And a foul ball. On the ground, right side, and a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Up next for the Cardinals, shortstop.
Now the number 2 hitter, Brendan Donovan. 0 for 3 in this one. Check swing, went around. Strike 1.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Dive, and he's got it. Not in time. He's safe.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over.
First and second, no outs. Adolis Garcia. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
In the air, right field, moving under it. Brings it in. Runner tags at second.
Now, we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
Number 13 in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Hard hit into the gap. One run will score. And that'll kick off the base of the wall. Runner around third. He comes across to score, and the Cardinals tie it up.
Everything came together for him. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
Gets under it. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he beats it. He's safe. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Jo Adell next up for the Cardinals. This guy with light tower power. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Fair ball. Runner from third in to score. It's 12-11.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Nice grab. Fires to first, and that's a nice play to end the inning. Well, we go bottom six. Here's the Pirates catcher now, number 33. Bennett Sousa on a pitch out of the pen here.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
That one ripped, and it's just foul. That was close. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Now, just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Diving, and he can't make the play. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. Digging in, Colson Montgomery. And the slider just misses. Hard hit, base hit. And the tying run puts on the brakes at third base.
That's 3 singles in a row. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Just missed.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
In danger of walking in the tying run. Ball 4, and a run comes in to score. All loaded up. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder. And fouled off.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to
hauls it in, 1 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
In the air to left center, Adell under it. And there's 2 down. Go ahead run on base. Next, it's the Pirates cleanup hitter. First pitch, not close. That's a little bit low.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Check swing, went around. It's 2-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. The Pirates with the go-ahead run at third here in the bottom of the sixth. And he walked him. So the tying run scores, and the go-ahead run is up to third after he worked that walk in a long battle.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
That's ball 2.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. They limit the damage here. Back here in Pittsburgh, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Drew Romo. Pirates with a new arm on the mound, number 29. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-1. That one the other way. And now maybe extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Check that. He'll stop at first with a single after putting on the brakes.
All over that one right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Now the 0-1. Runner on the move. And that one fouled off with a single base runner because of all the power. They are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. In the dirt, and it scoots away. No advance, though. The Cards with the tying run on at first here in the top half of inning number 7. Runner goes again. Stays alive. Runner goes again. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
And a 1-2. Good take by Torres.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches.
Runner on the move again. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Runner goes again. It's in the dirt. Now they get the runner and a rundown. And they put the tag on him for the out. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Racing into the alley. And there are 2 down. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. And that is that. Back here at PNC Park, set for the last half of the 7th. To the plate now for Pittsburgh is the DH, number 12, inside. And it's 1-0.
Hey, partner, how's your scorecard looking right now?
Little dicey, kind of hieroglyphics style. Gets dirty. Throw to first, and that's a great play for the out. Here's the Pirates catcher now.
Yeah, pretty ridiculous. And you use like 5 different colors of pens, so like it's just a mosaic over there.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're always judging the different pens. That, you know, I get the skinny scoring pen, and then I have the red, and then the black, and then I got a highlighter. So there is a lot going on. That one
Ball
missed.
3.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Goes down looking.
Now batting.
2 down, base is empty. And the batter will be the shortstop. To the right side. Torres over to first. And the Pirates go 1-2-3. Back here in Pittsburgh, ready to begin the 8th. Brendan Donovan digs in now. And that one clips the corner. This one in the air, center field, under it. And there's one down. Adolis Garcia next up for the Cardinals. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Swinging a ground ball, and that one handled. Tosses to first. Fine play in the hole for the out. And next is the Cardinals 4-hitter, known for his late inning heroics. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
Looking to get the tying run on base. That's a hit. And the tying run is on base. So now here's the Cardinals' designated hitter. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Number 8. He represents the go-ahead run. Tap foul at the plate. The Cardinals with the tying run on at first, and we're in the top of the 8th. Pitch misses. Ball 1.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Here's a 1-2. Runner takes off. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Runner goes again. Battling here as he fouls it away. And a 1-2. Runner on the move again. There's a ball. Oh, caught up in a rundown now. And they put the tag on him. That's the 3rd out, inning over. Back here at PNC Park, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Colson Montgomery now at the plate.
Ball.
Line to left and foul ball. Base knock center field. And that turns the lineup over.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead,
That's a ball.
good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Ball, that's in.
That one is absolutely belted. This looks like extra bases. Lead runner around second. Montgomery on his horse around third. And they lead by 2.
Back-to-back base hits. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it. It's
Now pitching for
Taylor Clark takes over on the mound.
pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And there's one away. So now with one away and a man at second. And now here is Harper. First pitch swinging.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Adele takes it in for the out. 2 down. And next will be the cleanup hitter. Pulls that one foul. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. Safe at the plate. And they take a 3-run lead.
Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Oh, great stop. To first. What a play. Inning over. We go to the 9th. Here's the card. DH. Number 8. Out to center. Under it. And makes the grab. 1 away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
And up next for St. Louis, Jo Adell.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
The 1-1. Swings over the top of that one. The Buccos trying to close out a 3-run lead here at the top of the 9th. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That one missed.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Got him swinging for the K. Cardinals now with just 1 out remaining. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter. Kerry Carpenter looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty. Out towards right center field. Moving under this one. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Pirates slug their way to a win in this one.
Well, Boog, I can think of prettier ways to get your first win on the